Hi, this is Alexandra at Beadaholique, here to show you how to make a pair of Kumihimo loop earrings. So here I have a pair made in a beautiful combination of blues. I'm calling them ice blue. And we'll be making a red and pink version. So what I have here is the Kumihimo disc. Now if you're new to Kumihimo, be sure to visit our video on how to create an 8-warp Kumihimo braid. That's what I've done here. I've got 10 inches of braid that I've created using S-Lon cord in 4 colors. I have the light orchid, the rose, I've got dark red, and vanilla. I also have some 24 gauge wire. And then for beads, I've got Swarovski pendants in the hearts, and I've got pearls by Swarovski and some bicones in 5mm. I have some sleek earring hooks, 3mm spacers. I've got some 7mm open bead caps. And these are some cord ends we'll be adding that fit the 3mm cord size. And finally, some 6mm open jump rings. Now for tools over here, I've got scissors, cutters, round nose pliers, and some bent chain nose pliers. We'll also be using some E6000 glue with a toothpick, and you will need a little bit of tape. Finally also, I do have a Kumihimo weight holding down my piece. Now let's get started. You notice here that I have a little bit of tape on the end of my Kumihimo, and if you're familiar with this process, you know there's usually a knot there. Well, I was practicing some technique on how to best finish this off, so I clipped my knot already, just to clarify. And so what we're going to do is bring this in, and I'm going to finish up my weave just by bringing down, I've got the 3 and 1, so I know where I'm leaving off by bringing my red down like so. So once I've completed all my weaving, I'm going to go ahead and carefully remove my cords from the disc. And I'll be creating an overhand knot, just like so. Again, this is 10 inches of braiding using just the S-Lon, no beads in there. We'll be beading a pretty focal to hang inside of our loop. Got my knot securely on. I'm also going to remove my weight, and there's my length of braid. So let me bring in my ruler. And the measurement for this is going to be important because we want the 2 earrings to really match. So I'm going to bring in my tape as well. And one option would be if you wanted to start at one end after clipping your knot and measuring 4 inches upward like so and attaching some tape. You could do that. Or you could go right to the very center of your weaving and apply tape at the 5-inch mark and measure 4 inches out from either side of that center point. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take some tape and put it right in the middle of that braid. Now I'm going to want to get it nice and snug against this cord. Make sure I get as tight a bind as I can on that. So I'm really pressing and pushing as I get that tape onto the braid, just like so. So I got the tape on there, and I'm going to start on one side. I'm going to bring in my scissors, and starting at the end of my ruler, what I need to do is consider the 1/4 inch of space that's going to be eaten up inside of this cord end. That's included in our 4-inch measurement. So I'm going to hold that right against where I'm at to make sure no tape is protruding where we're not going to want to see it. So the ruler's definitely handy here. Bring this in and cinch up to about exactly 4 inches. So that's where my finger is on the right-hand side now. That's where I'm going to want to put my next bit of tape. So again, I'm going to cinch that nice and tight, pressing and rolling that tape up right against the end of the braid. And now I'm ready to cut. So I'm gonna bravely clip on this side, knowing that my braid won't unravel. I'm gonna flip it around, make sure I have my measurement right there. I'm at 4 inches and 4 inches. I'm gonna pull it up just past 4 on this side. I see where some extra tape might stick out of that cap if we're not careful. So I'm gonna tuck it up just a bit and clip when I'm ready. So this is where I know I want the measurement on that side. And then I'm gonna come back over here and give a little more of a clip. And I'm correcting as I go just to make sure I get it where we want it. Another bit of a trim. What we're also going to want to do before we tuck these into the caps is give just a slight angle of a clip to taper those ends further, because this is going to be a pretty tight fit getting it into just the right size of cord end, which gives it a very nice sleek appearance. So I've got that all set, and what I'm going to do now is bring in my E6000 glue, put a little of that on my Post-it. I'm going to put these glue into the well of the cord end, getting it ready with the tip of my toothpick. This is a narrow opening, so I don't want to glop too much in there. Just get enough glue to know that it's secure all the way down. A little bit more. And got that prepared. I'm also going to prepare the tapered edge of my tape here. So let me take my scissors and just give that a little bit of a clip at an angle. Now right away, I'm going to want to tuck that end in and turn it as I go, making sure it all gets tucked inside. There it is. So that'll be a nice secure connection. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now let me take it up to my ruler and see where we're at. 4 inches. I'm not including that little loop at the end, just the very tip of the cord end. All right, so coming up here, I see that I am about actually a 4.25 inches if I include my taped portion. Now, I could correct that by coming in with more tape, but I'm just going to keep that in mind for our other earring and make sure they match. I think that my blue pair was exactly 4 inches, but these will just be slightly larger, and that's fine. All right, so I'm going to bring in another cord end and do the same thing. Get some of my glue into the well. And give my tip a little bit of a clip. And I'm ready to tuck that in. Delicate process, but it's very satisfying. All right, and we got it. So we're going to want to let that dry, technically for about an hour. As long as I've let it sit for about 20 minutes at least, I know we'll be safe to put it onto our findings when we're ready. Now in the meantime, what we can do is prepare our focal. So for that, I'm going to bring in these really pretty pink Swarovski hearts and 5mm bicones. I've got some 6mm pearls, and then our bead cap, and a couple of spacers. Actually, I'll just be doing one at a time, so let's clear that out. And I'm going to bring in my 24 gauge wire and cut 2 inches. That looks pretty short. You know, I think I'm going to go 3. Let's do 3 inches. clip with my side cutter, and bring in my pliers. So with my round plier, I'm going to create, actually before I create a loop, I'm going to stick it straight through the heart. And that way I can shape the wire right to the pendant. Bringing the two ends of the wire across the top. And with my plier, I'm just going to pinch the longer side straight off the top of that heart and coil the remainder of the wire just once around the base. Clip that, tuck it closed, and for this variation I'm going to put on 2 of these little gold flower spacers. For the silver version I just used 1, but I liked the look of 2 for the gold. So I'm going to put those on. I'm also going to add one of my pearls, this beautiful iridescent white. Then goes on one of my bead caps, which is just slightly oversized for that bead, but I liked the look of that sort of open filigree umbrella effect. I thought that was pretty. And then for this pink version, I chose a 5mm bead instead of 6, which is what I used for the other, just to go with the proportion of the heart. The heart's a little smaller than the snowflake, so I made that adjustment as well. And I'm going to grip just above that bicone, kind of toward the back of these round nose pliers, because these are fairly slim, and I know that I'm going to want to create some coils up there to have the heart dangle at the length I want inside of my loop. So I've created some space there, and now I'm going to come up and over the top of my bead, and you'll see that the loop is like so against where the heart is. It's matching the direction of the loop on the heart. So once I've got that loop made, I'm going to go ahead and close it up. Bring in my pliers to get a good grip and create my coils, filling that space. For my wrapped wire loop. Beautiful. And I'll clip that. All right, so our dangle is ready to go. So for the assembly, what I'm going to do is allow my ends to dry just a bit longer before we put this all together onto the ear hook. So once that dries, I will meet back up with you and we will go ahead and assemble the earring. All right, so I've allowed our cord ends to dry for a little bit, and I'm going to gingerly assemble our earring. I'm going to take up my 6mm jump ring. First I will slide on this earring hook. Then I'm going to take on one loop of my cord end, slide on the loop of my dangle, and bring up the other cord end loop. Now I'll close that jump ring. Sure I get that nice and even. There we go. All right. So there's one completed earring. Again, I'm going to leave this to dry for more time. I'm also going to do the very same procedure to make the match to that earring, and once I have them complete, I will show you the pair. So now that I've completed both earrings, I wanted to show you that the way that the cord ends are attached, you just want to make note that the loops are oriented with the jump ring such that the Kumihimo braid is going to be facing forward. So both of those loops are in the same direction. Also, there are about 4 coils of space above that bead in case you're curious. So I hope you have a lot of fun changing up the colors and personalizing the beads in the middle. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the notification bell and subscribe on YouTube for all the latest updates. All these supplies are available at Beadaholique.com. Thanks for watching.